With teapots, especially hand-built ones, the hardest part is really, well, the hardest parts. We've got the spout, we've got the handle, and then there's the lid. There are a couple different ways of doing the lid. The way that I'm going to show you, I think, is the easiest way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the lid at an angle. I'm going to use a fettling knife. And I'm going to cut it at an angle all the way around so that when the lid comes out, that angle is going to allow it not to drop in. Okay, if you do this correctly, then you will not need to create a gallery like you did for your Karanuki box. And remember, your pinch pot teapot or your teapot is supposed to have a theme. Now I chose wildfires as my theme, so this is a stump and I've got a big flame coming out. That flame is going to become the handle for the lid. I'm going to add other flames around it to keep going with it, and then I will add texture and clean stuff up. But I just wanted to put that on so that there's a way that I can actually take the lid off. So I got to keep working on this. It's totally not even close to being done. I've got a lot of cleanup work to do, and obviously more texture work to do. So after I get this cut, I'm going to keep doing on that, working on that. Okay, so like I said, the whole idea is to cut this at an angle slowly around. Okay, and you really want to cut this when it is in like a medium leather hard, because the less warping and denting and shifting things, right, you get a little bit more of a stable platform if you're working in medium to leather hard. Okay, and you can see it's starting to come off. Okay, and there we go. Now I will clean this up. Okay, flatten that out. And here needs to get cleaned as well. You can see kind of like the saw edges from where I cut, so then I can come back here and I can clean this up. What's really important though when I do clean up is just to get rid of the marks. I don't want to change the angle of the cut, because if I flatten that, my lid's going to fall through. You can also thin this out too, so I can cut like this. Okay, and kind of thin out the lid. Well, not the lid, but the gallery where the lid's going to sit. That beveled cut, so it doesn't look so fat and so chunky. And sometimes when you do things like this, it makes the teapot or the vessel look lighter, and even though it might actually be physically heavy, having it look lighter is enough to kind of trick people into thinking that it's a little lighter than it is, right? Okay, and I want to get all those chunks out. I don't know if you can see in there. It's kind of hard. I'm trying to get the light. Right in here is the seam for where I connected my pinch pots together. I'm going to want to get in there and pull that stuff out and smooth over that seam so it looks like it's one combined pot. It's really hard to see for you. I don't have a spotlight, but there's a seam that goes all the way around. Okay, so got to remember how your lid fit. There we go. Okay, and there's your lid. Okay, so as long as the angles stay the same, it won't fall through. And there you go. Okay, like I said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to clean up. I've got to cut this flat just to make it look nice. All right, this is the part where your patience and the extra work in cleaning things up is where your craftsmanship really shines. Okay, and I thoroughly believe that there's more work in cleanup and finishing touches than there is in actual production construction. Okay, so there's my forest fire teapot, my personal politics for the spout off teapot project. Okay, and the reason why I chose this is because my sister lives out in LA and they're having tons of fires. So I am going to take something similar like that, put it here, maybe there, and probably some on this side to make your eye walk around make the person, the viewer, walk around the pot. I'll probably put a couple flames on this side too.